to load the data from RDBMS to data warehouse, we use these ETLs, correct? So in the same way, for example, I want to do a journey from one place to another place, that is, for example, Hyderabad, from Hyderabad to Mumbai. Hyderabad to Mumbai. In this journey, we see a lot of things like data cleansing, data scrubbing, data merging. Sorry. We can see a lot of things like hospitals. We see hospitals, and we see some restaurants, and we see some petrol bunks, and we see like toll gates. So like this, we see a lot of in our journey, between our journey. But do we think these all things we are going to use when we see them, or if we have a requirement only, we'll go to them? For example, when do you go for hospital? If any emergency, health emergency, then we go for hospitals. If you are feeling some hungry, then we go for restaurants. And if your fuel is complete and if your car requires some petrol, then we go for petrol bunks. And if any toll gates are there, then we will pay the toll gate charges. So in such cases, we see each and everything, but we don't mandatorily see them. Correct? Mandatorily means if they are available, we will not go to them. But if it is required, then only we will go. In the same way, we have a concept of RDBMS. In the same way, we have RDBMS database and we have a data warehouse database. So in this journey also we see some some things, those we call it as ETL transformations. Those we call it as ETL transformations. So we call them as data cleansing. And next we call it as data scrubbing. Next we call it as data merging. And next we call it as data aggregation. So these are the 4 things that we have: data cleansing, data scrubbing, data merging, data aggregation. Okay. So these are the 4 ETL transformations. We call them as ETL transformations. These all 4 are called as ETL transformations because we do in the ETL process. So first of all, we'll see what is data cleansing, what is data scrubbing, and what is data merging, these things. Okay. So first we'll discuss with data cleansing. What is meant by data cleansing? The process of the process of changing non-unique format into unique format. The process of changing non-unique format to unique format. That is data cleansing. So what is this non-unique format? What is the unique format? We'll see. Assume that I have a table like this. Example, employee ID, employee name. and employees too. 101 employee, name as Samraju, city as Hyderabad. 102 employee, Ramu, and he is also from Hyderabad. And 103 employee, Kishore, so Hyderabad. So like this, I have three records. And this is data is coming from RDBMS. The data is coming from RDBMS. This is coming from RDBMS. And what is the main purpose of loading the data into data warehouse? Why do we maintain data in data warehouse? For business analysis, and we want to take the decisions. For that reason, we will use RDBMS, data warehouse database.
Yeah.
RDBMS. So now, while loading into data warehouse, what is my analysis here is, I want to start my business, what I am running in Hyderabad, the same business in Bangalore. So what is my intention? If I have a new branch in Hyderabad, I need to hire new people, correct? So,
Yeah.
but what is my intention is, if I have more than 2 employees in Hyderabad, I can move that one employee to, I mean, can move the other employees. How many employees are there? For example, I don't know how many employees are there. It might be, I mean, I'm just giving an example of 3 records, but you should map this example for some lakhs of records or some thousands of records. So I have multiple employees. I don't know how many are there. So that I want to make only 2 people in Hyderabad, and rest of the people, if I want, I can make it in Bangalore. So first of all, I want to know how many employees are there in Hyderabad. So for that, what I have written a query like this. Select star from EMP where ECT equals to Hyderabad.
Right.
So when I say like this, how many records are going to fetch? One record, because select statement is a case sensitive. Select statement is a case sensitive. So these are in different formats. These are in different formats. So these formats need to convert into a single format. These formats need to convert into a single format. So those all things I'm going to take employee ID, employee name, employee city. So 101 from Raju, city as Hyderabad, 102 Ramu, city as Hyderabad, 103 Kishore. So it is also Hyderabad. So now in this case, if you are going to write in this case, if you are going to write, so this is way when you transfer. This is the way if you write. Now how many records are going to fetch? 3 records. Now
Yeah,
if
all the
you
records.
require these 3 records. So to changing this format, we call it as Hyderabad. See, when my result get, for example, if I got a result of only 1 or 2 employee here from this table, if I fetch, what will happen? If I have only 1 employee, how can I put that 1 employee in Bangalore? I cannot do that. That is the reason what I will do. I will I will go for a new employees. Means I want to give new salaries. By that, what will happen? My data is my data retrieved. I mean my data got fetched wrong. Due to my wrong results, my analysis goes wrong. If my analysis goes wrong, my decision also will be wrong. So in that case, I want to fetch the data like this. So because of this, you can have instead of that, you can load the data into data warehouse. So like this. So now what will happen? My data will fetch properly. So my result is correct, and my analysis also goes correct, and my decision also will be correct. This is the process we call as data cleansing. Okay, when you do the changes of non-unique format into a unique format like this, then we call this as data cleansing. So not only this, for example, if you go for an address, if I ask you to write, and if the other two, three people are there, for example, if you have three people, so I ask you to write your address. So country comes under US. So do you think you three people write US in the same way? One may write United States of America completely. Some people will write USA. Some people will write US, and like this there are different ways or multiple possibilities to write US. In the same way Hyderabad, in the same way other data also. So these all need to convert into a single format. So that case we call this as data cleansing. Not only the country wise or address city wise. If you go for gender, do you think all will write gender in the same way? Some people will write M, some people will write F. I mean male, female, completely, and 1 and -1. So like this they will indicate with numbers. There are different ways or multiple ways. And for example, date of birth. Date of birth, do you think all people will write in the same format? No. Date of birth can be, they can write in different format like DDMMYYY format. So like this multiple date formats are there. So those all date formats also need to convert into a single format. So like this when you do this all process comes under data cleansing. And next thing is data scrubbing. The process of the process of deriving a new column from the process of deriving a new column from the existing table. The process of deriving new column from the existing table. So this process we call it as data scrubbing. Data scrubbing. What is this process? Deriving a new column from the existing table. I will give a simple example. Employee in first name, employee last name, and employee city. So 101 and 01. So first name is something Ashok, and employee last name is something Y, and city is from Hyderabad. 102 Raju, and his name is Raju, and he is some X, and he is also from Hyderabad. I have not three employee Suresh, and he is also from Hyderabad. So like this I have three records. So I have, this is the data coming from RDBMS, and want to load the data into data warehouse. So when you want to load the data into data warehouse, what you are going to see, what is the purpose of loading the data into data warehouse is for business analysis and decision making. So if you want to do that, normally do you think on any employee first name and the last name, will it be any analysis that you can perform? Any analysis that we can perform? No, right? It will not that much helpful. That employee
Yeah.
first name and last name. So for this, what I want to do, I want to concatenate these two columns. I want to concatenate these two columns, employee first name, concatenation of employee last name. So when you do concatenation of these two things, you will get the output. That output will be derived to the employee full name, or employee full name. I'll write and employee city. So the data would be like this: 101. An employee full name. How the data is switching from this concatenation. So Ashok, and the city is Hyderabad. And 102 Raju, and it's X, and it's from Hyderabad. 103 Suresh, and again Z from Hyderabad. So like this you are deriving a new column, deriving the concatenation of this new column for full name. So this you are adding a new column as a new column. So when you do such kind of process, we call this as data scrubbing. But in generally this is to understand the process or understand the definition. That's it. But normal actually where do you do this? Where do you do this means? For example, you are getting a product ID, product name. Sorry, product name I don't want to give. I want to give product cost and product cost and product sale number. How many products got sold? This information I'm getting. So I want to know the product revenue. Product revenue means, for example, I have 101 and product cost is some 20 rupees, and the product sale number. How many product got sold means something 5, and I have 102 and 30 rupees is the product cost, and totally 6 got sold. So like this I got this source. Now I want to target in the target. I want product ID, product cost, product sale number, and product revenue. Product revenue. So now what you can do here is product cost into product sale number is the column which we can derive for product revenue. Product cost into product sale number. So 20 into 5, how much? Totally 100. So the revenue of that particular product is 100, and the next one is 630. So 180 rupees. So the product revenue is something 180. So like this, when you want to do, you are deriving a new column. This is the actual thing where you derive in the real cases. So this process when you do, we call this process as data scrubbing. Data scrubbing. So is it clear? Data scrubbing. And next we will go for data merging. So what is meant by data merging? Data merging means merging. What do you mean by merging? Combining, joining, correct? Give me 1 minute. So when I say data merging, joining two or more tables. Joining two or more tables. Data merging means joining two or more tables. We can perform joining in two ways. We can perform joining in two ways. One is similar structure similar structure joining. The other one is non-similar structure joining. Non-similar structure joining. So what is similar structure joining? I'll tell you. Okay. So if you want to do a similar structure joining, there should be a concept. What is that means? The number of tables that you want to join, those all tables structure. Structure is nothing but the number of columns and the name of the columns. Structure should be same. The number of tables that need to join, all the table structure should be same. Clear, right? You are getting right?
Yeah.
So what is that means? I'll give you an example. I have an employee ID, employee name, and employee city. 101 name Raju, city is Hyderabad. 102 Kishore, Hyderabad, and 103 in Hyderabad. So this is the one of the table, and the second table I have like this: employee ID, employee name, and employee city. I have 104 some X, and city is like BLR, Bangalore. 105 Y, Bangalore. 106 and Bangalore. So like this you have some records. So this is one table and this is another table. This is another table. So table 1, table 2. When I do joining these two things, first of all, can I do it or not? Yes, because the number of columns, 3 columns I have here, 3 columns I have here. And the name of the columns: employee ID, employee name, employee city, employee ID, employee name, employee city. So the 3 columns, columns are same and the name is also same. So when you do the data merging like this, then the output would be like this. The output comes like this. Employee ID. So employee ID 101, name some Raju, city Hyderabad. 102, Kishore, Hyderabad. 103, Ravan, Hyderabad. 104, Samex, Bangalore. 105, Bangalore. 104, Bangalore. So this would be the output for data merging. So this one you do when you say similar structure joining. This is one of the concept in SQL, union all concept. The set operators we say union all. Union all, if you do in SQL, the same output you will get. This is union all in SQL. So what is non-similar structure means? The non-similar structure means at least one key column should join. At least one key column should join. At least one key column should join. Non-similar structure joining means at least one key column should join. So employee employee name, employee city 101, some X, Hyderabad 102, Mumbai, Hyderabad. So this is one of the table, and second table like employee ID and employee salary 101, some 10,000 rupees. So I have salaries like this. So this is another table, and this is the second table. So what is the prerequisite to join non-similar structure? To perform non-similar structure joining means at least one key column should match. At least one key column should match. So here see, employee ID is going to match or not in the two columns? Yes. So when you do this joining, now we are going to get the output like this. Employee, employee name, employee city, and employee salary. So 101 employee, some X name, city is Hyderabad, and salary is 10,000. Salary you are getting from the second table. 102 employee, X, Y, and Hyderabad, and you get 20,000. 103, new, Hyderabad, 30,000. You get it? So this is the table 1, and this is table 2. So this is table 3. So this is the output output table. So try to understand, this is the join concept. Join concept in SQL as join concept. This is union concept. So when you do this kind of joining, your table will increase vertically. See, it is increasing vertically, the number of records. But when you do join, it will increase horizontally. Horizontally. Okay. So in which cases you go for similar structure joining, in which cases we go for non-similar structure joining means, similar structure joining means, so normally when you have the same business in multiple areas, and I want to get the total area wise profit, or area wise how many employees are there, area wise how many salaries I am giving, area wise totally information of area wise of the same business running in multiple areas, we do similar structure joining. For example, if you take Hyderabad Central, I mean in Hyderabad, we have a big bazaar. Big bazaar we will have in multiple areas. So in all the areas, the same business will not have, the area-wise business will not change. It we will have in all the area the same business. So that we, when we do that we joining, we call it as similar structure joining. That we call it as similar structure joining. And for example, if you take Pantaloon Group is having different business process like Hometown, Hyderabad Central, Band Factory, Food Bazaar, and Hometown and Electronic Zone. So this all comes under Pantaloon Groups. Business process is same, group is same. I mean the organization is same, but business are different. So in that goes we go for non-similar structure joining. So we have a Pantaloon ID is one of the column which will be common for all the stores. Based on that column, we are going to fetch the data. So this is what about the data matching. So in these cases, we go for the similar structure and non-similar structure. Okay. So and the last part for like data in these 4 transformations is data aggregation. So what is data aggregation means? The process of changing detailed information to summarized information. Okay, detailed information to summarized information. So what is detailed information and what is summarized information, we will see. Employee ID, employee name. So this is what department wise information I have. So here I have detailed information. So detailed information means I have employee ID and I know how many employees are there, and I have department number, how many department numbers are there, and what does this employee ID 101 belongs to, and employee ID 103 belongs to, employee ID 103 belongs, and employee ID 104 belongs to which department. These all information I have. Okay. So this is detailed information. This is detailed information. Okay. Uh, this is what about the detailed information. And now this detailed information can convert into a summarized data. What is summarized data? This is the detailed information, and the summarized information is, for example, I have employee ID, and summarized information department wise I want. Department wise I want. So department number, I want department number wise, and I want department number wise, and I want the count of employees, and I want salaries. So 10th department, count of employees, I have how many employees are there in department number 10? 3 employees. And salaries 10,000 plus 15, 25,000 plus 30, 55,000 I have. And 20th department I have 2 employees, and I have salaries of 2 employees salaries. How much I have? 12,000 plus 2,000. And 30th department I have only 1 employee, and his salary is 70,000. So for 1 employee I am giving 70,000 means how much profit I am getting from him we need to understand. So I want to do analysis on that particular employee and department number and get how many departments I am getting. So this details. So that is what the data aggregation will help us. So this is summarized. We don't have detailed information like the source. So we using some aggregation functions, we do this. Okay. For ETL transformations that we have. Okay. So this is what about the data aggregation, and these are the ETL transformations. Okay. So now we'll go for data warehousing concepts.